I'm Matthew Malcolm with California Fruit and Vegetable Magazine, reporting to you here today from California Citrus Mutual's Citrus Showcase here in Visalia. I'm here with Casey Kramer. He's the president of the organization. Put on a great event today. Great speakers. You brought in some even from Florida to help give us some insights on what's going on over there and how that can help us in the future. Casey, I was wondering if you could give us an update on our California citrus industry, sort of state of the industry outlook. Where are our hot spots in citrus? Where are some of our struggles? What should growers know about the California citrus industry right now?
Well, I would say first and foremost, we've got a lot of challenges like every other commodity does in California. Rising costs, the inflationary pressures on all growers is probably the number one thing that is causing a lot of concern. And then secondarily, it's the prices that growers are receiving in the marketplace. And so while costs are continuing to rise, so are retailers and buyers are also trying to be very cost conscious with consumers. Consumers' dollars are not going as far. And so there's that push and pull struggle. We need higher prices, but everybody is trying to cut costs. And so the marketplace situation is really the number one challenge. I would say optimistically, we still have some varieties that are premium, or mandarins are really continuing to drive sales. We do have some good varieties at the right time that are doing well in the marketplace. And so there are opportunities to make money in the California citrus industry. There's also opportunities to lose a lot of money in the citrus industry. Right now, probably the number one challenge that we're having is in the lemon market. The lemon market is well below cost of production for a lot of growers, especially our growers in the coastal, the Ventura area. They're really struggling, but also here in the valley as well. Growers are not getting the returns that cover the cost of production. So we've got some challenges ahead of us. We've got more imports coming into the United States. There needs to be more balance there. And then we've got more imports in navels and mandarins as well. And so, retailers are sort of using those imports to sort of drive prices down for domestic growers, and so we continue to lose that market share, while also our export markets are continuing to be hampered by tariffs and other things. So we have challenges, no doubt, within the citrus industry, and what I'm excited about is just that there is a forum with Citrus Mutual and our partners at the Citrus Research Board and really the industry coming together, and let's figure out what we can control and what we can actually do to move the needle forward. And so that's what gives me the most optimism.
Well, you guys do a great job, supporting the industry. Quality-wise and the crop size, what is the outlook for that for our citrus growers this year? I mean, we had a relatively warm winter, and I'm wondering if that impacted, sweetness development or any troubles with that.
Probably the biggest thing that we had affecting this year's crop was the heat that we had sort of late in the summer, so summer into the fall, and it really affected the sizing of the crop, and so we had a more small fruit than normal, but the internal quality of the fruit, matured relatively quickly, and it's been a real sweet tasting fruit. So we're watching the back end of that as well to make sure that stays, but really we've had a great tasting piece of fruit. We just probably had a little bit more on the smaller sizes that's really affecting the marketplace. But growers are constantly, and our marketers are constantly communicating about what we have on the tree left to go, and doing everything we can to push those prices up for growers, because we know how important that is. But we have a great tasting piece of fruit.
We sure do, and you say citrus is really nature's remedy for cold season, and it's just an amazing thing that we have citrus at this time of year. I mean, it's a great blessing. So thank you, Casey, for all that you do for the industry. Read more about these things in our publications. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.